Hey, you. Yeah. You weren't going to leave without checking that out, were you? You don't have a library card. Well, come on up here. We can make you a library card really easy. Yeah. Well, yeah, you can put your book right here. Let's take a look at what you picked out. Well, Barbie takes the catwalk, is it? This looks like a very interesting book. Nothing to be embarrassed about. So to make your library card, I'm going to need a photo ID and something that says your address. As long as your ID says that you live in town, that's all I need for you. Okay? Yeah, sure. Alright, perfect. I'm going to use this to put your information in. And everything on here is correct, right? Okay, good. Let me type it all in. Okay. Let's see here. Just going to type in your name and your address. Also going to put the expiration of your ID in here. I'm also putting in the ID number. So and also I put in our system the expiration date of your card so that we can keep track of it from our side. And that is, by the way, going to be in 2 years from today. Alright, so it's time to make your card. Each library card has a randomly generated number. It's in our computer system here, and that is typically how look up the number, and then we could see everything on your account. So your number is 804 783 45, and I've written it right down here onto your card. So I'm going to write down your expiration date as well. It's on your card, and no worries. Once this date comes, it's very easy to just renew your card, and you will typically keep the same card until we kind of fill up the expiration date area, and then we can give you a new card. And then, as the finishing touch, we want you to put your signature at the bottom. There is a spot right at the bottom to put your signature. So here's your ID back and everything. And now we can get your book checked out. So opening up my checkout screen. And I still have your patron number in here, so I'm just going to type it back in to pull up your account. 5. Okay, fantastic. And now we can do your first ever checkout. Barbie takes the catwalk. Regard to returning books, we really believe in an honest policy here. We trust our patrons, so we give a very generous 6 weeks until you need to return the books back. But generally, we don't charge any late fees or anything. We just say, if you have multiple books checked out that are late, then you won't be able to check any books out until you return them. So, does that sound fair? I think so. And since you're new here, I want to point you to some of our programs coming up in the next month. We post all of our programs onto our notice board back here, and you can check out what's going to be happening next month that you might be interested in. And on the topic of fashion, we do a fashion show, local fashion show, every fall that you might be interested in. So I highly recommend you keep a lookout for that. But I won't keep you for too long. Let me give you a bag and then you can get on out of here. go. I hope you have a wonderful day. Documenting the quality of some of these old checkouts. Double check. Oh, there's my favorite patron. No. I don't need your library card. You come in here so often, I have your number memorized. Can you believe that? And that is a compliment, by the way. Alright, yep. I'll pull up your account here. You are in good standing as always. Alright, let's see what you want to check out. Yes. Meet me at the library. Of course, I will meet you at the library. And letters to my weird sisters. Actually, I have not read this one yet. You'll have to let me know what you think. Alright, get you checked out. Okay. Going to be due September 6th. Sorry I didn't notice you right away. Why don't you hop up on the desk, and do you have your library card with you? Great. Let's see what you want to check out. Wow. These are a couple of fun items. Pooh Spot of Honey. And this collection of Mighty Midget miniature books. Alright. Let me get the checkout numbers and I can get these typed into the computer. So how are you liking these new small library cards? They're not too big, are they? Good. Alright. As you can maybe guess, these books are a little bit too small to put barcodes on them. So we've devised a little list that we can look up the number of each book. Now, I know that Pooh Spot of Honey is a collection of multiple books. So you are responsible for all of the books in the collection. But I always like to just double check that they are all in good condition before I check them out. We were debating about this collection a little bit because these books are just a little bit big. How do you feel? Do you think they're a little bit too large? It's a little bit heavy, isn't it? We're going to see if we can potentially source a smaller version of it for the future. And these ones, we like to check them out individually, so let's get these books checked out. And why don't you sit on top of my stamp prayer? I think you're gonna get a better view. Alright. Type in your library card number here and get your account pulled up. Great. Here's your card. And let's see what we have. Alphabet tongue twisters. It's number without two. Right. And then we have the little riddle book. That's 22. Then we have the little poetry book. That's 1021. Then we have nursery rhymes number 2. That's 1028. And finally, Who's Pot of Honey? That is number 1031. Perfect. I'm going to keep this little plastic case until you return those books, okay? And I have a little bag for you as well. And as you will remember, there's no return time for these books. Just bring them back when you're done with them and when it's most convenient for you to carry them back. Hopefully this won't be too heavy for you. And I know it's kind of raining outside, so be careful getting home. Alright. Don't forget your library card too. Hello. Let's see what you have. You have your library card too? Good. Make sure you sign your library card. The signature is supposed to go right here on the back, okay? Yeah. Alright. This is a really good book. It's really nice for getting some ideas if you're looking to decorate, especially with plants. I think it leans a lot more southwest, but I think the design concepts to it are really good. Okay. Right. Good. Here's your card. Make sure you sign it. Petitioning for like a begonia aquarium behind us. Wouldn't that look really cool? I've brought in our orchid and also the Tradescantia here. I think every place needs a little bit of plants to liven it up a little bit. I think you are a kindred spirit in that regard. Okay. Oh, would you like a bag? Yeah, this is kind of a big, heavy book, isn't it? Enjoy your book. You say you want a library card? Okay. Well, did you know that to get a library card, I need a passport, a driver's license, a social security card, I need to see 3 pieces of mail that show your address, and I need a couple years of tax returns. Okay, so once you get that, you can get a library card, okay? You have all of that? Okay, well, let's see it then. Okay. Well, let me just take a look. This is your birth name, is it? Okay. And how long did you say you were living in town? Oh yeah. How come you haven't made a library card before then? Okay. Okay, that seems to be fine. Have you lived at any other addresses in town? This is the only one. Have you ever rented out your address to anybody? You don't happen to work for the government, do you? Okay. No, it's okay if you work for the government. You just seem like the type. Everything seems to be in order here. I think I can make my card. Sure, you can take your documents back. So our cards expire after 2 years, and they're very easy to renew. You just have to come in and you can bring your ID next time, and then we can easily renew it for you. Each card has a unique identification number, and we use that to look up your account. It's randomly generated in our system, so each card is unique in that way. And we require that you bring your card in anytime you want to check out an item. That way there's no problems looking up your account. For example, if there's a patron with the same name, we definitely don't want to check out books to the wrong account. these are the books that you want to check out, right? Yeah, non-obvious thinking. Why did I come into this room? Yes. So your name is going to be on your card, of course. And your unique number. So, there's your card. And we ask that you sign the back. Okay. We get your books checked out. Already have your account pulled up from your card. There we go. We give a very generous return window. And you could see any of our programs coming up on the board behind me. And that information is always available. We always post it for next month. And there are programs that require registration, and you can see on the actual program which ones require that. Yeah, the monthly history roundtable is open, as well as the local Mr. Fix-It. But if you're interested in both of those, I can put it on your account. That way we get a good idea of interest in some of these programs. I can double check what the theme of this monthly history one is going to be about. Last month they did local history. Let me double check. believe they're doing just a basic ancient Greek history. Yeah. Okay. Is that everything you wanted? Alright, well, welcome to the library. Thank you for finally making a library card. Hello. Sure, let's see what you got. Okay, do you have your library card? Oh, it's under this book. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So, just these books, right? Okay. I hope you like the recipes in that book. You have to let me know what you think. It's good to get the scoop from the actual source, right? Alright. And your library card is under the top book. There you go. Enjoy. Hello. Well, hello. It's nice to see a familiar face. Yeah, you have your number memorized, yeah. Well, I know who you are, so go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, that's an easy one to remember. Alright, so what are you checking out? Okay. Your food aids. And the vegetable butcher. You're preparing for the town picnic, aren't you? Well, we'll say the fever of 1721. It's not really a food-borne illness type of book. If you're looking for something more around that, I would recommend, there's a book, it's called Outbreak by Timothy Leighton. And I believe believe we have a copy if somebody hasn't checked it out yet. So if you're researching some foodborne health stuff, I recommend that one. This was a good one too, though. Okay. What do your food needs? You guys have your meeting coming up. I guess you are going to be in charge of planning the menu. You have to dole out the recipes to everybody. Well, that's a tough job. You have to make sure everyone gets recipes that they want to make and they are comfortable making, right? Yeah. Knowing how you cook, you're gonna pick out amazing recipes. I'm very excited for this year's picnic. I think a lot more planning is going into it than previous years, and I'm really happy with who's in charge. Yeah. Don't you worry about returning any of these books until you're done using them. I know that planning this picnic is a big responsibility, so don't worry about the due dates on here. I will put them though just so you remember. I want to put into your account that planning the picnic, disregard any late notices. So, if you're late on something, don't worry, you can definitely come back and check something out, okay? Hello there. Yeah, sure. Let me get your card. Yeah, here you go. Wow, I really enjoy this book, Cattails. I think you're gonna like it if you really are looking for a very anthropological history of both humans and cats. I learned a lot about early humans and early apes in this book also, and how our stories have intertwined across history. So if you're looking for that, then you're really going to be interested in this book. Oh, yes. And the this one too. I think you will have a newfound respect for deer after reading this book, especially with how many deer we have around us. It's just not something you think about that often, right? And what an owl knows. Actually, I have not read this one. You have to let me know what an owl knows once you come back in. Yeah, right. There you go. Enjoy. Oh, hello. Well, are you new? Yeah, I thought so. Would you like to make a library card today? Yeah. Alright, let me get your ID. Okay. Okay. You wanted to make a couple checkouts today, right? Okay, sure. You can put the books on the counter. A couple of good ones. Going to make your library card. Make sure I spell it right, of course. So, our cards expire a full 2 years after issue. And if you're still living in the area and you're still using your card, it's pretty easy just to come in and get the card renewed. All you have to do is bring your ID back in with your card, and we can extend it for another 2 years. So it gets, extended 2 years each time. Okay. card has its own unique number. The expiration on the back, and then at any time just put your signature on the bottom. We'll later use that to compare with your ID. Okay, so I have some interesting books. A neighbor that you're not too fond of already. That is tough. Well, I believe in witchcraft therapy. There's some interesting spells in chapter 5 that you might be interested in. Yeah. And in the Mexican ritual lifestyle, I believe there's a spell for managing your enemies. You might like that one, especially if you suspect that they're already putting spells on you. That's a good way to break any spells that are being cast already in your direction. Unfortunately, that is a thing around here. So these items are due in 6 weeks. We give a pretty generous return time. And then here's your ID. Welcome to the area. I hope to see you more often. And let me know how it goes with your neighbors. Oh, why hello. It's nice to see you. You are looking very opaque today, my dad. Remember last time I didn't even notice you for a good 5 minutes. I'm so embarrassed about that. Okay. Yeah, don't worry. You know your number. You are lucky number 10. Alright. So what are we checking out today? Oh. I see you chasing ghosts. I think I've read this one. Are you looking for real estates? Vacation properties. Oh, that's awesome. You know, I think you should check this one out, but I highly recommend Ghostland by Colin Dickey. I think this guy might be a little bit offensive to your sensibilities, so just know that going in. Yeah, he's a little bit of a skeptic, you know. How can you be a skeptic when you're right there in front of ghosts all the time? I don't understand. Well, alright. Otherwise, there are some good locations in here, but just use it maybe as informational.